Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us today for the MFA in a day and also a conversation around modern authentication. I want to break it back down and just make it really simple. And I think Sarah, I have the great luxury, if you will, of having a senior consultant with me, Sarah, who does this stuff on a daily basis, right? So she's much more comfortable, and we're going to kind of get into some consoles and look at some things too. So let's then let's dial it back to kind of what's basic. But if there's any reason why you want to do MFA, I could think of no statement greater than the one that's on the board right now. I'll put it a different way. If you have 200 users, one of your accounts will be compromised this month. Quite simply, Azure multi-factor authentication, how it works, and this will be kind of fun. I think I'm going to enjoy doing this. We're going to take a pen out. So you can use your MFA, which leverages your phone here, phone of any variety, Android or otherwise, as your second factor. And there are a number of ways to have it configured, and Sarah's going to show you some of this. And in general, we're no longer really recommending phone calls, and we're no longer recommending SMS text authentication. Kind of leaves us with what they call the Authenticator app and or push notifications. So just because we're not recommending against it doesn't mean you can't use it, but push notification kind of solidifies that a little bit more along with the Authenticator app.
Yes, so modern authentication is the, I guess the sand, no, sand's the wrong term, we don't build on sand. Modern authentication is the block that MFA is built on top of. If you have an old tenant, before the days that modern authentication was enabled by default, you will first need to go through and enable two things. One for Office 365, and for some reason, Link in Skype and Teams, as it's now called, has a separate setting that also needs to be enabled. Those two settings together, when you enable them, allow modern authentication to work in your Office 365 tenant. Once you've done that, then you can roll out MFA to your users, but you can't roll out MFA without first enabling modern authentication.
So we have a series of recommendations. These are a crawl, walk, run strategy, which I'll go through. I'm not going to mind numb you with all of these, but let's just look at what's highlighted, right? At a minimum and relative to this conversation, that's it. Where I was going with legacy authentication, and just kind of a quick blurb on this, essentially down below, everything that's unchecked are the legacy authentication clients. And then the last slide, I just wanted to introduce the idea of MFA in a day. It is exactly that. It is a one engineering day with a goal of turning on modern authentication for your admins, as well as a proof of concept group for up to 10 users, and verifying they have a good experience across applications, locations, workstations, browsers, and devices.